Hey guys, Tom here. So I've had several requests from viewers and subscribers to do a top 5 spring. So I thought I would do that for you today. Beautiful spring day, sunny, gorgeous. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Sorry about my cat in the background. So these by no means are my top 5 of all time. I'm more of a fan of the darker scents. So more of a fan of the woods and the incense and ouds and just the darker vanillas that fall tends to bring. So these, what I looked at, they're all fragrances that I love. But what I looked at as far as for the seasonality aspect, something that it's a little lighter that I have in my collection, something a little bit more smooth maybe. So we're going to be looking at more florals, more light scents, more citrus, more aquatics, just things that wear a little bit easier on the skin. I'm not a big seasonality person as far as personally what I do with what I wear. I still wear a lot of the heavier stuff in the summer. Cloying, what's that? You know, if my body heats up in the summer and it smells a little bit stronger, I enjoy it all much more. I don't know about people around me. So these are fragrances that I like that are a little bit lighter, that I think other people would probably consider more of springtime fragrance. So the first one, and these are in no particular order as far as which ones I like better, but first one, Creed Imperial Millesime. It was launched in 1995, and I'm going to go ahead and spray these on myself, so I'm sure I'm going to smell really interesting by the time this is over, but unless I actually spray it on my skin, I can't talk about it for whatever reason. I did that one review where I gave the first impressions on paper, but I found it hard to talk about because it doesn't really trigger in my mind. This one opens with a bracing citrus note. It's supposed to evoke the citrus groves of Sicily, I guess. But there's a lot of fruit in the opening and a light hint of like a sea salt note. A lot of people compare it to a watermelon-y kind of smell. Yeah, so I would say a fruit and sea salt kind of deal. The mid is kind of like a lemon bergamot iris combination, and then some mandarin orange, and then it dries down into a base of musk, wood, and according to the website Marine Accords. I think it's a beautiful scent. Longevity isn't the greatest. Projection isn't the greatest. It's more of a skin scent, so it's more of something that you're going to smell on yourself. It's an elegant, regal smell, in my opinion. Very good ingredients. A lot of people wonder about Millesime. That means the freshest ingredients are the best of the harvest, best of the batch. And I can see that when you smell this. It's spectacular. Longevity isn't as great as could be, so if you have a pocket atomizer, maybe midway through the day. But that's my number one. Like that one a lot. Number 2, I'm not going to get into depth on any of these. All of them I will have fragrance reviews coming up on at some point when I get the time. But number 2, Creed Virgin Island Water. This one was launched in 2007. Top notes are described as bergamot, lime, mandarin, and copra. The mid, ginger, jasmine, hibiscus, and ylang ylang. And the base, white musk, rum, and sugar cane. With this one, I would say it's a little bit more bracing than the Millesime. I've got that one on my left hand and the Virgin Island on my right. This one has a more watery feel to it. The Millesime, although the longevity isn't as great, you can definitely pick up that white musk in the base. And it's stronger than, I think, or deeper than the Virgin Island water. With this one, it's all about the lime. You definitely get the lime. I also, and it doesn't list any kind of salt accord, and maybe it's because of the lime, but this totally reminds me of a margarita when I smell it. I get the ginger and some of the florals, the hibiscus, and the jasmine and the ylang ylang, and a little bit of the sugar note. But this is, a lot of people say coconut. I don't really get that. Maybe it's just mine that it's not real predominant in, but it reminds me of going out in the summer and sitting on a patio of a Mexican restaurant having a margarita somewhere by the beach. It's beautiful, light, gorgeous scent. And of the two, like I said, in my opinion, the Imperial is a bit heavier and a bit more dominant with the musk and light wood notes, although it is very fruity still. The Virgin Island water is more aquatic, a little bit lighter. Both very nice. Moving on. Number 3. Weird bottles. Kind of a cool bottle. Doesn't come with a top. Escentric one by Giza Schoen. And I like this one a lot. It's that ISO Super that was all the rage several years ago, and people talked about how fascinating of a molecule it was when Molecule 1 came out. They talked about how they would spray it on themselves and wouldn't smell anything, and then other people would smell it on them, but they couldn't smell it on themselves. And there was a whole bunch of hype surrounding ISO Super and Molecule 1, and then people started making the fragrance in their basement with the one molecule for like a gallon for a quarter or whatever. But this one is also plays on ISO Super, but there's some woody, peppery, lemon accords that have been added to it. So I think it's fresh, light fragrance, real nice. It's beautiful, in my opinion. You definitely get that peppery lemon blast at the beginning, and then the ISO works its way in and brings kind of like it's kind of like a woody cedar / really super light incense smell to it. This one, for me, the longevity is fine. I can wear several sprays of it without it becoming cloying. I think it's an awesome scent. I've had the bottle forever. Wear it a lot. It's a good go-to scent when you're not in the mood for something real heavy. Yeah, the woody accord is kind of cool. It does definitely remind me of like a light cedar wood. So it's almost kind of like somebody took the lightest incense imaginable and a little bit of lemon and rubbed the incense paper onto a cedar wood branch and then squeeze the lemon on top. I like it. So a whole nother use of lemon and different type of lemon accord in my last one is Allure Homme Edition Blanche, launched in 2008 by Jacques Polg. This one is like lemons and cream to me. I get excellent projection and longevity out of this. Some people say that it's not the greatest. That first half hour, wow, it's very strong. Yeah, so, and then it dries down, so a couple sprays on this one, but it's that lemony, creamy feel, I think, that makes it good for supper. Yeah, you could have it for supper, I guess, like lemon pie. Makes it good for summer and spring. Notes of black and pink pepper, Sicilian lemon, bergamot, tonka, white musk, ginger, vanilla, and amber. The amber is very light in it, just very fleeting in the base. I do pick up a lot of the vanilla and the tonka mixed together, and that white musk, I think, is what gives it that creamy feel. So it's almost like if you could imagine like a creamy meringue with very super fresh lemon. Very nice. It's a lighter fragrance, airy. I wouldn't call it a gourmand. Maybe it's because of that musk kind of ambery bergamot accord in the bottom. So there's a very light floral background and just like a lemon cream. So some type of I think like some kind of a whipped creamy drink with lemon added to it is what I get. And I like this just because it has, for me, decent projection and longevity. I do like 2 sprays and that's about it. So, sorry guys, I forgot one. It would have been my spring top 4. And this one is one of my favorites. I don't know why I forgot it actually. This one is number 5. So, Diptyque Oyedo. This one is one of my favorites. I think it's a light, fresh, beautiful smell. And hit you off the bat with just crisp, clean. It's like a citrus, lime, thyme, wood, yuzu combination. There's some lemon in it, some mandarin, orange, tamarind. It's a sweet kind of fruit, sugary scent that's kind of light and citrusy at the same time. This one brings back a lot of memories because I went on a trip to Belgium and Holland, and I bought this in a little shop in Maastricht, Holland, this bottle. You can see how much I like it. It's half empty. But the lady there was awesome and just like loaded me down with all of these different Diptyque samples. So I love their candles also. That Feu de Bois candle, the firewood, is amazing. If you haven't checked out any of their candles from the Diptyque line, they're awesome. So this one is definitely one of my favorites year round, but especially spring and summer, just because of its lightness, its sweetness. There's just that, there's a little bit of that light sugary smell mixed in with a gorgeous floral on this one. So I love it. It's light, bright, airy, and a great scent for spring. So sorry I missed that one, guys. I hope everybody has a good day. Let me know what you think as far as this lineup goes. Let me know what you're currently wearing as the weather gets a little bit warmer. Take care. Have a good day.